Hey guys, welcome back to the vlog. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Darin Nakakihara and I am a 4th grade teacher in Southern California. Today I am joined once again by Miss Cross.
Hello!
Miss Cross, if you want to have a seat right here. Ladies and gentlemen, does she look a little more relaxed and calm? And tell them why.
Is the happiness back? Ed TPA is over!
What? It's over?
It's over.
It's never over.
Well, we hope it's never over. We hope it's over.
Yeah, we hope it's over. Okay, today's, actually, we'll take a moment and we'll talk about this. So, in the last video, you heard a lot about this Ed TPA paper, and you finally tackled it and submitted it. It was due at what, midnight?
It was due at, well, it was due for UCI at midnight.
It was due at midnight.
But it was due for Pearson 3 days from now.
It's due at midnight, okay, for them. And what time did you turn it in?
Let's just say it cut it kind of close, but 3 days early for Pearson. Yeah. There's nothing like the last minute for productivity.
Yeah.
It just really gets
Wait, when it was uploading, were you like, oh my gosh, hurry.
No, because there's 3 tasks. Well, for us, there's different tasks and parts per task. And so I was uploading the tasks as I went. So I only had, like... Oh,
you didn't have to upload it all at once?
Well, not really. Like, I had all of my stuff together so that when I finished that last piece, it was like the last piece in the puzzle.
Oh.
And then I just said,
got it.
Done.
Got it.
Bye at TPA.
Well, from all of my viewers to you.
Oh, yes.
High five.
Thank you, viewers. Thank you. Felt it.
What a relief, huh?
I'm so happy.
Gosh, it was such a big deal for these student teachers. They were like so consumed with it, and I'm glad that you guys made it through.
Yes, me too.
Yeah. Okay, so let's kind of reflect on today. Today we have early outs all week, and if you don't know what that is, it's when elementary schools, I think everywhere, I don't know, all in Irvine, we get out 1 day a week early. Usually it's Wednesdays. So normally we get out at 2:39. Yeah.
2:39.
2:39. And on Wednesdays we get out at 1:14.
We love the random numbers.
1:14. I know, I don't know why they, whatever. I know that it's because of instructional minutes and all that, but why not just, I don't know, give us an extra minute of recess or something like that. I don't know, I could use that extra minute. Anyways, okay, so we get out early all week because we have spring conferences, and so that makes the whole day kind of compacted, and we have to rearrange a lot of things. So let's go through our day.
Yeah.
We started out our day like we do every day with our morning survey. How did that go?
It went pretty well. We're moving into addition of fractions, and they just previewed it on Friday. Today was like the first big day. So I was wondering if given 1/4 plus 1/4 plus 1/4, the kids would say 3/4 or 3/12. They'd add the denominators. And so I used the survey just because of like a preview for today's
And how'd they do on that? Oh, I took a picture of that. It looks like this. You know, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I think so. We had a good talk about it later in the day though.
Yeah. So you know, like this morning survey that we do, it really helps us out because we ask this simple question in the morning, we get the results, we know that we need to talk about it a little bit more later. So what else did you talk about in the morning survey?
Context clues. I looked at vocabulary.
Vocab.
And I looked at the 4th grade like need to know list of words, and I picked essential because I feel like it's a good word to know, but maybe they don't hear it all too often. So I put it in a sentence and just asked the kids, what do you think this word means based on the context? There's a wide variety of responses, so it was nice to just have the kids work on like.
Oh yeah, that was a good discussion. I heard that one. Okay, and then the kids went to recess, and then straight from recess they go to music. And Irvine is really big in the arts. So they have a really nice music program here in Irvine. They go to a music specialist where in 4th grade they have the choice of doing strings, or which would be violins and cellos and violas, or they can do vocals, which is just singing. Right? So they go to 2 different teachers for that, and they get some instruction. It's pretty cool, really.
Yeah.
By the end of the year, they become so good. And then when they get to middle school, they're doing it every day. So it's just Mondays and Wednesdays for an hour here. So during that time, we have release time. We have some PLC time. We meet together. And today it was pretty relaxed because it's the last week before spring break.
We're not ready at all.
The kids are there. They can feel it too. They're pretty antsy right now.
Yeah.
Can you
Yes.
feel that? Okay, so then when they got back from music, we did math, and this is where you Miss Crossier ran the math lesson.
Yeah. So I just wanted to ask, what do we know? Where are you at? What do you know? Because there's no reason for me to explain things that they know, and just kind of good assessment to see where they're at. So we made a list of things we know, and then Mr. N was like, let's make a list of things common misconceptions. Not necessarily like you don't know, but just...
Yeah, I asked them, I said, hey, what do you think 4th graders or students that are just learning about fractions, what are some common mistakes that students make? So I wanted to lower the filter a little bit and let them kind of just reflect on this and not feel like self-conscious about it. So they were like, oh yeah, most kids, like, they add the denominators together and stuff like that. So we made a little list. And then what did we do on the outside of the list?
We asked them, or you asked them, what are ways teachers can help cut back these misconceptions? So like, what can we do to help you or other students everywhere?
So I was like, you know what, guys? We're going to change education. From this point on, we're going to change the future, guys. Together, we're going to do it. You guys are going to help me teach the next generation of students how to understand fractions so that they don't make these same mistakes and they don't have these same misconceptions. They're like, yeah! And then they started talking about all these different things that we can do. Most of it had to do with repetition. Like, we just need to practice more. So it's funny how that's ingrained in their head. They just need to do it more.
I know. I was kind of like, a lot of them were like, maybe we could just practice more. And I was like, huh? Like,
okay, I'll just give you more work.
Yeah. But I think it was kind of nice. We did the multiplication unit before addition. So the students for 4th grade, they need to multiply a whole number by a fraction. So we've already gone over that, like, oh, you only multiply, like, if it's groups of, you're doing groups of that fraction, and the denominator doesn't change because that's the unit we're measuring with. So a lot of them were at a really good place when we got to addition because they were already like, well, we know you don't because the unit doesn't change, or we're still talking about the same whole, so you don't touch the denominator.
There's some great understanding going on in this class. Great understanding. So then from math, we went to lunch. Lunch is always a great time, but on early out days, we get to start 5 minutes earlier. Not that it makes a huge difference, but sometimes they forget to come back on time because we start 5 minutes earlier and they come back at the regular time. So it's like, yeah, bonus.
5 extra minutes.
So when they came back, we didn't really have time for anything, so we just cleaned up and did our planners and got the room ready because I like a clean room.
Yes, you do. Oh, and we did English in the morning too, before recess.
Oh, yeah.
Ollie.
That's right. What did you do in that?
Quotes. Incorporating quotes.
Oh, okay. Tell them about quotes. Okay, tell them what you did with quotes. Because not quotes like Mr. N said, da-da-da-da-da. That was me talking in the third person. But it was quotes like if you were going to take a quote out of a book, right?
Yeah, so I was looking at the standard. It says to use evidence, take evidence from a text to support your idea. So they all have reading books that they bring every day, and I decided to give them a little freedom because I feel like it makes writing more fun. So I asked them to let's think of a main idea. It can be about a character, the theme, or the tone of your book. You'll pick a position, and then you're gonna use evidence. And I said find quotes from the book, and that's how I worded it. I said you're gonna find quotes from the book to support your main idea or your statement or the character traits you're building. And I was talking to Mr. N about it, and I was saying, wow, I didn't realize because I said find quotes, and a lot of them were like, what if my book doesn't have quotes? So then
They think it's dialogue.
Yeah, so then it turned into this conversation like, oh, is a quote only something that's said? Like, does there have to already be quotes? And half the class were like, yes, that's what it has to be.
Interesting.
Yeah.
The fourth grade mind. It's so fascinating.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, wait, rewind. So then we kind of brought it back together because I had already set them free to do free writing. And then I was like, wow, this is a misconception wasn't even anticipating. Let's bring it back in before going out again. So we came back in, we looked at a page of text together and just kind of talked about like, what evidence can we cite? Can you cite all of it? None of it? Like, what would be plagiarizing and paraphrasing? It was a good talk.
Yeah. So it was a good day. It was a good day. It was a truncated, shortened day, but we had a good day.
We did.
Miss Cross has some great stuff going on right now, guys.
Oh.
Tomorrow she has a job fair.
Yes, I do.
Do you guys have any advice for this job fair? I mean, this will already have happened by the time you see this, but...
Maybe future job fairs, or it'll help someone else.
What advice do you have? Have you ever been to a job fair? Like, this is how... The job fairs that I've been to, it's just been like tables set up with different vendors that are potentially hiring. It's a little different for teaching, I would assume, because not everyone's hiring, you know?
Yeah, I've never been to one.
What the heck? Like, if your district is not hiring, why are you even going to this? Giving people false hope.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding. Irvine, we are hiring, so I assume that our booth will be very busy.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I have never been to one, and I'm excited for the future, but also I'm like,
yes, I
coming.
know. Things are happening, man.
Things are moving.
Things are happening. We are getting our 35th student. 35th, and that's it. Talked to the principal earlier. He's like, no more. You're capped out at 35. And trust me, 35 is big. That's a big class to handle. And the difference between even 32 and 35 is huge. I feel like personally that when you get to a number like 35, it becomes a classroom management thing where you are just constantly managing your class because there's so many humans sitting inside your room that it's difficult.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
I remember when we had 10 out for the flu, and I had to run a morning meeting, and there was 22 kids, 23, and I was like,
yeah. We're like, what's going on?
gosh.
Is it like a holiday?
It's so peaceful and so...
It was.
Hear so many
nice.
Voices share out in discussion.
It's a big difference.
Yeah.
It's a big difference. What else we got going on? We'll talk to you tomorrow because we're going to do another one. But new student on Wednesday. We do have a mouse running around in the house that we're trying to catch. Sorry, animal people, but he can't be in here.
I'm not happy about it.
I know. We tried to catch him because he was here a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And we gave it our best shot, but he was a little quick for us. And so he appeared again today.
He just in the corner, like,
yeah, he appeared. Yeah.
I know.
He was just sitting there too. We walked up and then all of a sudden, pew, he took off into the cabinet.
He said, see you later, teachers.
Yeah, but I'm afraid his doom is coming.
We tried to release him.
Yeah. Anyways, thanks for hanging out with us and visiting. That was kind of a recap and just a little reflection on our day. I hope you had a wonderful day too.
Me too. I hope it was spectacular.
Yes. If you're a teacher, we want you to know that we appreciate everything that you do because you're doing important work. Don't let anybody bring you down, okay?
Yes. That's our silent signal. Yes.
All right, guys. Talk to you later. So long.